And welcome back, everybody. S.T.E.P Grim here. This is the continuation of our Skyrim Chronicle. We just got done talking with Parthenax and meditating on the Fus word of power. And now we need to go... Well, I have to decide who to talk to. I actually want to go with the Greybeards. Okay. Fast travel to there. By the way, S.T.E.P, did you disable the dragon retexture by step? Yes, I did. But those dragons look pretty similar, don't they? Let me make sure. I did do that. I've got the rustic dragons enabled. Oh, I can't check it right now. But I know I did that. I disabled the other dragon retexture. Oh, what was it called? He does a bunch of them. I can't remember what it's called. That stagger with power bash, yeah. Joa, how does all this look to you as far as interior and exterior brightness? It's looking good for Buxy. It looks pretty good on my screen. It's more bright than I would play it at, but I think that's a personal preference thing. And when it comes to YouTube, I agree with Buxy that things seem to record a little darker. I think I've read that's an... Now that you mentioned it, Buxy, a little while ago, I think I've read that that's an OBS thing. It tends to record a little bit darker than what your screen shows. Maybe he'll be out here. Yeah, there he is.
So, you spoke to Parthenax?
I did.
The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout?
He did. Well, kind of. He told me how to. Nobody told me how to find out.
So be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his will.
I need the Elder Scroll the Ancients used. Do you know where to find it?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
I bet the Blades could tell me. Any idea where to find? Is there another way to defeat Alduin? What's so bad about the Dragon Rend shout? Tell me, what do you have against the Blades? Tell me about the Greybeards. So most of this stuff I've asked about. Have I started my timer? I did not. Of course I didn't. All right, there we go. All right, so Winterhold. Elder Knowledge. Learn. I met the Master of the Greybeards, Dragon Parthenax. He told me that the ancient Nords used an Elder Scroll to cast Alduin forward in time. If I can recover the same Elder Scroll, I may be able to use it to learn the Dragon Rend shout directly from the ancient heroes. Arngir suggested that someone at the College of Winterhold might know how to find this Elder Scroll. Okay, let's go get the rest of the loot that I stored out here. At Skyhaven Temple. Do I have Deadly Bash? I think I took it. Skills, yes. Bashing does 5 times more damage, okay. Bellyache's Dragons. I think that's the one that S.T.E.P used. It took a while. I knew I could think of the name. And I disabled that and enabled Rustic Dragons, I think is the one that you told me to download. Wait, was it here? Oh, nice. I got a point and block. I think it's further back. Let's just go this way. I think it's this one right here. Okay, now let's go sell some stuff at Whiterun. And then we'll be off to the college, which I have unlocked. Uh-oh.
I've been looking for you.
You have?
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I have a letter here from Quintus Navale in Windhelm. He said it was urgent. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
All right, thanks. Also, I want to look at Note to Shivari. I have good reason to believe the target will be coming to Rift in the next few days. Discretion is preferred, but elimination of the target is of the highest priority. The usual restrictions on exposure are lifted. You will be reassigned outside Skyrim if necessary without penalty. Do not fail me. E. Okay. Quintus. Repairing the file. During Norelian's convalescence, I've been studying the legends of the file. I don't know enough of enchanting to make one anew, but with the proper materials I may be able to repair the original. Please come see me as soon as you can. Respectfully, Quintus Navale of Windhelm. Alright, so there's that second phase of the white file that we knew was coming.
You're someone who can get things done. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Let's see, move over to Target. And, do I have elven arrows? I do. I will disenchant dwarven arrows if I can. Dwarven I will disenchant. Keep the elven arrows. I will sell the elven warhammer, the forsworn arrows, the orcish bow of freezing. Keep the steel dagger.
Good luck out there.
Okay, it's not enough to sell or to smelt, so I will get rid of it out of the inventory.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Sell that, sell that. and sell that. I think I've got enough steel ingots
Don't
now.
forget to check inside the shop.
If anything, selling the dwarven stuff was probably not the greatest of moves. I want to check the apothecary here and see if she has a potion of enchanting.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Pardon me, but do I take a look?
Okay. Potions. Stamina, frenzy, health. Oh wait, this is me. Arcadia. Healing, fortitude, etherealize, alteration, shock, endurance, intelligence, aversion, silence, feather, illusion, lockpicking, smithing. I'm gonna buy that. Feather, sneak, water walking. Okay. Well,
Come
it
back
wasn't a
anytime
wasted
if you need a
trip.
remedy.
We've got about 60 pounds left of stuff to unload.
Welcome indeed. Everything's for sale, my friend. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay. Blood extractor. I don't know what I would do with this. I kind of want to hang on to it. I'll store it somewhere. You can have that. I tend to keep these. You can have that. I don't need that. I'll keep that one. You can have the mace etiquette. I need to learn that, I guess. Okay, we're at 206 pounds. That's still quite a lot.
Come back.
Back to Lakeview. Probably unloading the dragon bones and stuff is going to be what reduces the weight. Oh, that's right. And I want to try normal, because it seems a little too desaturated. That looks a little better.
You've built a fine steading here.
Are there any blue butterflies around here? Rally will buff your allies. Okay. Good to know. Okay, my potion of smithing needs to go in here. Empty barrel. I'm gonna load this up with potions I can sell. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Resist poison, resist frost, magicka, health regen. I'm learning isn't such a big thing. Fortification is better. Alteration. I already have 4 ethereal eyes on me. Vitality, healing, health, disease, stamina, health regen. I'll keep this potent potion of health regen. Okay. Then move to here and store dragon bone, dragon scales. Okay. I was a little surprised to find that empty. I don't know if I took old ingredients and put them elsewhere. But I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Courage and rally stack. Ah. That would be nice. I don't have courage. Here's rally. Targets won't flee for 60 seconds and get extra health and stamina. All right. And we're going to go up here to the college now. Wait, what am I at weight-wise? 144. That's about what I'm looking for. We are uncovering a mystery. This is neat.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
Haha, nice. I'm toying around with the idea of, in my next playthrough, not using an E&B at all and just going with Cathedral Weathers.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs.
Wow.
Now, do you require assistance?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, yes. We have been working on...
Is there any college business I can assist with? This is quite an impressive library. You take your work very seriously. What have you got for sale? I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Bluff.
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rally is a 15-foot AoE. Courage is single target. Both give plus 25 to health and stamina. That's pretty significant. Effects of the Elder Scrolls. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls entail a certain hazard in their very reading. The mechanism of the effects has, at present, been largely unknown. Theories of hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation with little investigation. Justinius Polonius have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scrolls on their readers, though a unified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me and remains a subject for future study. I have grouped the effects into 4, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of the reader. If this is unclear, I hope that a proper dichotomy will lay it plain. Group the first. The nails, the naifs. Before Google, we had Ask Uragagroshub. For one who has received no training in the history or nature of the Elder Scrolls, the scroll itself is effectively inert. No prophecy can be scryed, nor knowledge obtained, while the scroll will not impart learning to the uninformed, nor will it afflict them in any adverse fashion. Visually, the scroll will appear to be awash in odd lettering and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjecture is impossible to further investigate since the very nature of this study necessitates unlearned subjects. Group the second, the unguarded intellects. It is this second group that realizes the greatest danger from attempting to read the scrolls. These are subjects who have an understanding of the nature of the Elder Scrolls and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price for overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent on the individual and their place in the greater spheres. But the knowledge does come. I need to read that again. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent on the individual and their place in the greater spheres. But the knowledge does come. Okay. Group the third, mediated understanding. Alone in Tamriel, it would appear that only the cult of the ancestor Moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind when reading the scrolls. Their novitiates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they often spend a decade or more at the monastery before being allowed to read their first Elder Scroll. The monks say this is for the initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also receive blindness, though at a far lesser magnitude than the unguarded. Their vision fogs slightly, but they retain shape, color, and enough acuity to continue to read mundane texts. The knowledge they gain from the scroll is also tempered somewhat. It requires stages of meditation and reflection to fully appreciate and express what one saw. I think I know where to find them. Group the fourth, illuminated understanding. Between the previous group and this one exists a continuum that has at present only been traversed by the monks of the ancestor Moth. With continued readings, the monks become gradually more and more blind, but receive greater and more detailed knowledge. As they spend their waking hours pondering the revelations, they also receive a further degree of mental fortitude. There is for every monk a day of penultimate reading, when the only knowledge the Elder Scroll imparts is that the monk next reading shall be his last. Wow. The monk's next reading shall be his last. For each monk, the penultimate reading comes at a different and unknowable time. Preliminary work has been done to predict the occurrence by charting the severity of an individual monk's blindness But all who reach these later stages report that the increasing blindness seems to taper with increased readings. Some pose the notion that some other unseen sense is, in fact, continuing to diminish at this upper range, but I shall leave such postulations to philosophers. To prepare for his ultimate reading, a monk typically withdraws to seclusion in order to reflect upon a lifetime of revelations and appoint his mind for reception of his last. Upon this final reading, he is forever blinded, as sure as those unguarded ones who raced to knowledge. The illuminated one, though, has retained his understanding over a lifetime and typically possesses a more integral notion of what has been revealed to him. It is hoped that this catalog will prove useful to those who wish to further our mortal understanding of the Elder Scrolls. The moth priests remain aloof about these matters, taking the gradual debilitation that comes with reading as a point of pride. May this serve as a useful starting point for those hoping to take up such study. Dictated to Anstius Metcham, 4th of last seed in the 126th year of the Second Era. All right. We'll take that book. The pattern of stars are real. This is Buxy speaking. The pattern of stars are real, just as seen from Earth. Ah, I think it's northern hemisphere, but could be southern. Neat. Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. Discerning the transmundane. Ask Urag about the insane book at the College of Winterhold. Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls by Septimus Cygnus, College of Winterhold. Imagine living beneath the waves with a strong-sided blessing of most excellent fabric. Holding the fabric over your gills, you would begin to breathe, drink its warp and weft. Though the plant matter fibers imbue your soul, the wretched plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank to heavens of prophecy. This is one manner in which the scrolls first came to pass, but are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? Or are we the breath itself? Can we flow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through, being the water? Or are we the stuck morass of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine again, this time but different. A bird cresting the wind is lifted by a gust and downed by a stone. But the stone can come from above if the bird is upside down. Where, then, did the gust come from? In which direction? Did the gods send either, or has the bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The all-sight of the scrolls makes a turning of the mind such that relative positions are absolute in their primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me, this time you are beneath the ground. A tiny acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow, but fear that you may become what you may become, so you push off the water, the dirt, the sun to stay in your hole. But it is in the very pushing that you become a tree, in spite of yourself. How did that happen? The acorn is a kind of tree egg in this instance, and the knowledge is water and sun. We are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the scrolls is what we push against to become full-sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever knowing. You are now a flame burning bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time you see your brothers and sisters burning of their own in the distance and along your side. A sea of pinpoints, a constellation of memories. Each burns bright, then flickers, then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void fills with rancid light that sucks the thought. Each of our minds is actually the emptiness, and the learnings of the scrolls are the pinpoints. Without their stabbing light, my consciousness would be as a vast nothingness, unknowing its emptiness as a void. It's unknowing of itself. Right, okay. But the burnings are dangerous, and must be carefully tended and minded and brought to themselves and spread to their siblings. Okay. Maybe we should grab this too. What's your take on this stuff?
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
The Ruminations book is incomprehensible.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where'd he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Okay, well, it looks like we got our next quest. We also need to go see the moth people. Moth priests. Learn the location of the Elder Scroll. Find Septimus Cygnus. Oh, I guess we don't have to find the moth priests. Alright. Well, we're at 2.5 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and shut down this episode. And that'll be it for streaming today. I'll be back on tomorrow, though, and we'll pick up right here. So, I'll be back in chat here momentarily to say bye to everybody, but I'm going to go ahead and shut the episode down. Again, I am S.T.E.P Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw here, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting S.T.E.P Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.